Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the home away from home. Now, to Darla's almost done. She actually technically is kind of done. We don't need anything else to go on E85. We do have our E85 tune, and we will be doing that very momentarily. All we need is one more thing. I know I just said we didn't need anything, but we need a E85 test kit, because I've never, again, this is my first car ever going to E85, and I want to make sure it's just going perfect. Got in contact with one. They've sent everything over. Everything's all tuned. It's perfectly fine. All we gotta do is run her out of fuel and put E85 in, but I don't want to do that until I get the E85 test, the 85 ethanol content test, whatever you want to call it. That will be here in the next couple of days, so just get ready for this video, because this video is about to go crazy, guys. Now to the unfortunate part, George. Before we get into George, I actually almost completely forgot that we need to turn Darla back to completely stock. Now, before you guys start freaking out, no, we're not turning Darla to completely stock to where it's complete factory. All the parts are staying on. All we need to do is change the tune back to a stock tune, because, guys, I'm an idiot. I've told you this several times. You guys already know that I am a complete idiot, and I don't think things completely through. So, we need to sell this tuner, because obviously we don't need it no more. We got Lund tuning our cards now. We don't need this Live RTS Plus, which if any of you guys want this, by the way, hit me up, comment down below, and I'll get back to you guys. But we need to turn this car completely stock, because these tuners, the one thing I hate about these tuners, they get married to the vehicle. The only way to unmarry it is by buying an unlock for it, or taking it back to your car and returning your car back to stock, which in this case, it doesn't matter, because I can return it back to stock with this and then tune it back with my Lund tuner. Got my little handy dandy pocket right here. So we're gonna put it back to stock with this, back to E85 with this. Now, thankfully, I am doing this now until I went on to the E85 tune, just because of the fact that we still have gas inside Darla right now. But if we had E85 in it and we put it back to stock, that would not go well. So we're gonna do this now, get rid of this tuner, and then just strictly rely on Lund, which is, in my eyes, way better than Bama. I'm not complaining about Bama, guys. Don't think I'm complaining about Bama. But I'd much rather have Lund tune my car and know exactly what's going on than people that don't get back to you really that often. So let's return this car back to stock and then retune it to where it is now. Again, because I'm an idiot. Guys, we have completely messed up so bad. And, like, you know me, genuinely, like always, not thinking. So I forgot, as I was saying that, since I have the tune on my phone from Lund, I can retune the car back. But I forgot the fact that I already tuned it from Lund. So the tunes on here, to return the car back to stock, you literally can't. So the only way to unmarry this tuner from this car is by paying for it. So we got to pay to unlock it, because your boy, guys, like usual, I'm not thinking. Or do we just keep it just in case if we need a monitor while we're driving? I could care less. It just sucks, guys. I am so stupid. So crazy to see what a tune can literally do. I didn't think a tune would change the sound of the exhaust nearly at all, but the way she starts and idles after the tune is just so much cleaner. God bless the American V8, guys. Oh, thank you, Lund. By far, Lund, we're not even on E85 complete yet, guys, but Lund has given this car the power to run better than it's ever ran before in its entire life. We got a lot, and I mean a lot, to talk about with George. Getting into a car accident with George, I didn't think this would be, I guess, I don't know how to say this. This big of a deal. I know. Guys, you guys don't gotta keep telling me. I know that Darla's hood is still a different shade. You can't really see it unless you look really, really close to it and you really pay attention. Sometimes it bothers me, sometimes it don't, but don't worry guys, this will be fixed very momentarily. But first we got a big freaking problem on our hands. Guys, like I did just say just a little bit ago, I did not think that little car accident would have caused this much of a hassle. Now, if you guys have not seen the last video where we kind of just briefly went over everything, we got a car rear-ended the car behind us and it launched that car into the back of yours truly. Now, we do have some problems that are taken into effect that don't know what they are. Do I care to know what they are? I mean, yeah, but at the same time, there's the slightest chance of this happening, but this is the one thing I'm hoping that happens more than over anything. I'm hoping with the amount of problems that George is now having ever since that car accident, I'm hoping they total her out. Now, yes, if they do total her out, it will be very unfortunate, and I will miss this truck. I really do like this truck, and I don't want you guys to think that I'm being ungrateful or anything like that. I'm very grateful for what I have, Darla and George. I'm very grateful for both of them. I love them both to death. But there's just some things that happen, that do come in life, that you think are better, that's best for you to have that, and then you shortly realize that maybe it would have been better if you went a different route about it. Now, George, if you guys don't know, pricing on trucks with aftermarket parts or anything like that, they are skyrocketing. They are going through the roof. So if I were to do something with it, obviously I want both my vehicles or any vehicle I own that I can use for YouTube. Now, George, in his ways, yes, we can use George for YouTube, as in if Darla breaks down, we can tow it, or anything about going to go get parts for it. We can use George in multiple different ways for YouTube. Now, here's the thing. The amount of times that we will use that, or will go use George to go do something, are pretty slim. Besides wintertime. You know, wintertime hasn't really hit yet, so we're just kind of shortly going into it. I don't know what the future will hold throughout the winter for YouTube. And I imagine trucks would be more reliable to have in the winter than Darla. But if there was a car that is reliable during the winter, as an all-wheel drive, looks good, sounds good, you can slightly build it to what you want it to be. And how do I say that? I could keep car content going along to the winter, instead of not being able to drive Darla, but I can still record some videos on Darla, then just having the truck, and then having to go almost bankrupt trying to get parts for George. Now, wow, did you just hear that? Oh my God, I'm hitting puberty. Now back to what I was saying, guys. I don't want you guys to think that I'm being ungrateful. And now I'm saying this as gratefully as I can. I gratefully would love them to total us out. Now, just because of the fact that they would write me a check, probably the way this is going as of right now, they'd probably write me a check bigger than what I bought the truck for. Now, that being said, I have found a vehicle that I do want, but I'm not going to tell you exactly what it is yet, because I don't want everyone to think that I actually am getting it. One day we will get it, boys. No matter what, we will end up getting this truck. It's not even a truck. One day, one day we will have this vehicle. But with saying too much without saying anything at all, it is a foreign. As I did have for this truck, they were up here, guys. They were all the way up here. But now, since the car accident, with all the problems, it's kind of set me back to here, which my mindset about the truck now, how do I say that, has gone down to like here. I don't really want to do anything to the truck no more, just because of the amount of problems and the amount of money that's going to take to fix it, when I could just try to get rid of it. It is something that would match the channel a little bit better, and it would be a little bit easier to go across and make more content with. So I hope you guys understand. George, I need you guys to understand this. There's a big chance nothing's going to happen with George. Literally nothing's going to happen with George. Insurance is going to cover to fix it. We're going to have no problem at all. And then my expectations to what I'm going to be doing with this truck are going to be... So I did say they were up here, and then they said they dropped back down here. So I'd say they meet right in the middle. They'd be like right about here. Very, very, very many problems without our having with the truck, but they are kind of minor. I mean, some of them are actually like really important, but I just don't really care about it because of the fact that this problem is the one that really gets to me the absolute most. So you guys see that the dash is on, right? Everything's working perfectly fine. So if you turn the key on, you know, it does the little startup animations. You guys have everything you guys need. Everything turns on just fine. But let's turn on the vehicle. It goes dead. It just goes dead. And I've tried to reset it. I've tried the fuse. I've thought it was so many other things, but it just does not stay on. It used to... I should say this. It did flicker at one point, and it was the alternator. I found out it was the alternator. Well, we all thought it was the alternator. It's not the alternator. Now, ever since I got hit, now it doesn't work at all. So that means it's a wiring issue. So, fact, this is the thing I care about the most because now I can't see how fast I'm going. Can't see the temperature of the vehicle. Can't see the oil pressure. So if anything's dropping, well, I have no clue until I look out in the rearview mirror and I see a whole bunch of white smoke. Can't see tachometer. Can't see if it's warm enough. And the most important thing, guys, the most important thing, I cannot see how much fuel I have left. So the chances of me running out of gas on the side of the road have just increased by 120%. Along with the gauge cluster being basically completely out of commission, I don't even know what's really going on with it. I don't know why it's shutting off, and I don't know what's causing it. So I guess going on to the second problem, the second biggest problem that this truck is now having ever since the accident is one of the biggest and most important. It's more important than this. This affects the drivability of the truck. The transmission. Now, the transmission could be going, it's slipping a lot. That's what I'm going to say. It's slipping a lot. If you give it full throttle, it'll slip out. If you're going up a steep hill, it'll slip. It'll slip gears. It'll go back into neutral. It'll start coasting. It'll hit neutral, and it'll chug along, pop back out. It's slipping a lot. And that could be caused of many different things. Yeah. That could be a cause of it from how much weight it's having to torque, and it's not used to that. But the biggest thing is like it never slipped before. I don't know why that's open. It never slipped before the accident, and ever since the accident, it's been slipping like it's been slipping so bad to the point where it's cool to. I mean, it's fun to drive because it's like a wooden roller coaster. I guess you could say that to make it okay, right? I think. Yeah, like it's like a roller coaster. It's like a free amusement park. Yeah, it's like a free amusement park. Even though George has so many problems, we got to put Darla away. It's starting to. Wow, I thought I had enough time before it started raining, but we need to get out of here. Up in George. We got some plans that we got to go get up to before we get late, before we turn late, because we're late almost every single place we go. We're almost late, and we're done. First, we gotta sell this tuner. The thing that I just cannot get in this truck is it's a truck. You guys know what I mean? It's a truck. Now, when you think of a truck, it should be reliable in the rain. It should be reliable in the snow. It should be reliable all year round. For some reason, especially with bigger tires, you have bigger tires, they're better with all season. They should be more reliable, right? No, this good old George here does not do well in the rain at all. Yeah, I feel like I'm fish tailing everywhere. Like it is so after somehow making it there alive while drifting every single road I could possibly get my hands on, we sold the tuner. Now, with that being said, welcome to the best place where you could ever get rolls. Texas Roadhouse. The more and more I think about this, the more I've realized that they're probably going to total this thing. Whenever it comes to the whole cluster not working, that comes down to a wiring issue, I think. Because it stopped working after the accident completely. So, maybe we might be getting a foreign car. I don't know. Well, but at the end of the day, only time can tell what's really going to happen, what the estimator is going to let us know. Hopefully we see them in the next couple of days or the next week or so. But I guess everything's going to rely back. But I remember, guys, I gratefully hope that they, I just gratefully hope they totaled this thing out. But with that being said, guys, we got a little bit of a drive back home. So, that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. And remember, don't hold back. I'll catch you guys in the next one.